はい、皆さん、お稽古お疲れ様です and welcome back to Beyond the Dojo. Hello, everyone. How are you doing? I'm actually right in between two online lessons. So I have my usual Saturday online lessons that are from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Japan time, right? And then this week, Seki Sensei, the headmaster of Asayama Ichiden-ryu, the 22nd headmaster, he is currently in Kyoto right now to take part in various events that are held during the Golden Week. Yeah, I've been talking about this a lot in the previous podcast too, but just for anyone who doesn't know. Yeah. Tomorrow is actually going to be the big day where we're going to be holding the seminar in Kyoto, where Seki Sensei will be teaching the Kyoto branch members and also the Osaka branch members for a few hours. We're going to be doing our dawn promotion exam. Three members of the Kyoto branch will be taking the first dawn exam. And I heard that a few from the Osaka branch are also going to be taking the first dawn exam on this occasion as well. So it's going to be a huge event. And then from the afternoon for about 5-ish hours, we'll be holding more training for one-time participants. There are quite a lot of people who are living in the Kansai area, but it's really difficult for them to go all the way over to Ibaraki, right, the Kanto area. So they're like, oh, if Seki Sensei is coming, we'd love to come. And 20 people have purchased tickets already. So yeah, it's going to be a huge event with a lot of people coming to see Seki Sensei and the Ichiden-ryu members. Yeah, so 5 or 6 members from the Kyoto and Osaka branch each, 5 or 6 members, and with 20 or so participants, and probably 5 or 6 people from the Hombu as well. So it's going to be a lot of people, probably more than 30 people. So it's going to be a huge event, and yeah, the members of the Kyoto Dojo too are super nervous about the dawn promotion exam and everything, but I'm very confident they'll be able to pass, and we've been working so hard on it, so it's a huge event we're looking forward to. But anyways, because Seki Sensei is in Kyoto, he won't be able to hold his regular Saturday lessons. So I was like, if it's okay with you, I'd love to hold the class instead. So we decided that I'll be holding the class for him today. We won't be able to do the regular training that we always do in Seki Sensei's class. So we'll be focusing more on the basics, and I actually open it to anyone. So I've shared the password and everything on Let's Ask Seki Sensei's posts and everything. So if anyone who is interested in seeing what the online lessons are like and such, they can come and join and check it out, kind of thing. I think it was a really good opportunity for more people to know about our online lessons. So yeah, and today there's one thing I want to talk about. Before I talk about that, you probably might have already seen the posts or maybe my Instagram and such too. But unfortunately, this month, at the end of April, I always report to you how many people have joined the Kyoto Dojo and also my online lessons. End of March, I think I reported to you that we achieved 70 members. This month, end of April, yeah, unfortunately, we have 69 members. -1. Yeah. So a lot of people have been telling me, Shogo, you've already achieved, so many people. I'm sure you'll be able to, reach the goal in no time. But 100 members in the online lessons and in person is a huge, huge number. Yeah, it's definitely not something that I can just achieve easily. One dojo or a single online lesson, having that many members is, to be honest, I think is very impressive. So. And I knew it's going to be difficult. Yeah, and that's the reason why I wanted to set that as a goal. But yeah, facing this reality of having rather less members and not having a growing community, I'm like, yeah, I really definitely need to be working a lot harder. It took me these first 4 months to be able to, first of all, get used to the new environment, I guess, my new time schedules and everything. Yeah, my son finally started to go to preschool. My wife, Harumi, she's a professional kimono instructor and dresser. And she now goes to work much more often than she used to. And yeah, so all of these changes in my schedule has been pretty big for all of us, for my family and everything, And finally, we're getting used to it. So hopefully I'll be able to do more so that I'll be able to let more people know about how amazing Asayama Ichiden-ryu is and how fun it is to train Kobudo and such. I've already started my new channel, the Budo Baka. I have the new channel for the Kyoto Dojo itself. And I'm hopefully trying to make content every week, long videos too, not just the clips from the lessons, but it'd be great if I can try to share more of our trainings. Yeah. And I really wanted to today talk a little bit about, because I don't have that much time between the online lessons, I'll try to make this as short as possible. But the reason why I want to talk about this, this monthly, update to you guys about is, first of all, why I want to achieve this in the first place. It's not just for me to have a goal to work toward. Of course, that's one thing I want to always keep myself motivated, is I always want to have a big goal in front of me. But not just that, but I also want to try to help the ultimate goal of our style of Asayama Ichiden-ryu, and that is to achieve the 7,000 students, the golden age of 7,000 students. During the 9th Headmaster's generation, Asayama Ichiden-ryu is believed to have 7,000 students all over Japan, and it was considered one of the greatest and biggest Ryuho styles of all time. Okay? And when I first started Seki Sensei, which is the YouTube channel I run with the Headmaster Seki Sensei, when we started it, and I heard about this, the Seki Sensei talked about that Asayama Ichiden used to have a golden age where he had that many students. I was like, Seki Sensei, that is an amazing goal for us to work toward. I think we should achieve that, And I thought, it just clicked, I was like, it sparked for me. I was like, if we can really achieve 7,000 members during Seki Sensei's generation, that would be something I can be proud of until the day I die. I'll probably have a smile on my face when I die because I achieved that goal. If that makes sense, guys. Yeah. So I was like, we have to do this. This is amazing. That's an amazing goal for all of us to work toward. So yeah, so ever since, trying to make as many content as possible on Seki Sensei, running the online lessons, holding the annual training camps, and all of these things, I've always have the goal of 7,000 students in mind. And currently, our style has maybe around 200 members, so we're actually doing, I think Asayama Ichiden-ryu is doing a very good job. And from here, there's going to be more and more branch leaders who will be holding their own dojos. So there's going to be more and more students in each branch to be able to, we'll be able to reach the people who we weren't able to reach because we weren't able to provide that many training places all around the world, right? Yeah, we'll definitely have more and more people supporting us in the near future. So yeah, hopefully we'll be able to grow 2 times more, 3 times more from here, even faster and faster. And the goal is to achieve 7,000 students within 10 years, and we started this in 2020. 24, I believe. So we're on our 3rd year, basically. Yeah, we have about 7 years more, but we'll see how things go. Yeah, but I'm very, very serious about this goal, and we always talk about this in the community. And I'm looking forward to doing so many things when we actually get close to this goal. Like I've been talking a little bit about maybe making a katana, custom-made katana with my favorite swordsmiths as a celebration of achieving this goal. I'm thinking of making a short movie with a professional filming team, and yeah, I'm really hoping to write a novel about Seki Sensei's life. Maybe, I even have a manga in mind, which is not exactly Seki Sensei's story. It's going to be a fictional story, but it has like all the important teachings of Asayama Ichiden-ryu and from Seki Sensei included in it. I already have this manga in mind. And I already know a few people who writes mangas and such. It's going to cost a lot of money to work with these people, the filming crew and everything too. But yeah, we'll make it work somehow in the future. Yeah, but I have all these things, imagined, and I can see the day. Yeah, the Ichiden-ryu members all, surrounding Seki Sensei, and we're all celebrating, and I can see it. I can see it happening. And yeah, that's the reason why I really, really am trying to do as much as I can to support the community and provide as much as possible, do the things that I can do, And at the end, I only have a few minutes left, guys. One really, really cool story I love about the 9th Headmaster I just mentioned. During the 9th Headmaster is when Asayama Ichiden-ryu achieved its golden age, right? Yeah. Then, what happened to the 9th Headmaster? What did he do, to be able to achieve such, an accomplishment, right? So the thing is, the 9th Headmaster, when he was still young, he was really, really strong with swords, with fighting, basically. Yeah. So he was just a peasant, or he wasn't in the rank of a samurai Yeah, but he was really, really strong with martial arts, with Budo. Yeah, so he would go around to different dojos and beat up the masters there, and go to the next dojo. You might have heard the word, the Japanese word called dojo yaburi before. Yeah, he'd go to different dojos and beat people up, and they're like, oh, this dojo's master is weak too, and he kept on traveling and just beat everyone up. He was basically delinquent, going out all over the place. But this gentleman, this young man, yes, he was not able to beat. Although he was able to go to all these different dojos and beat everyone up, there was one man that he couldn't defeat. He was the one on the floor, and that was the 8th headmaster of Asayama Ichiden-ryu. Okay, yeah, and the 9th headmaster, future 9th headmaster, he was very touched by how strong the 8th headmaster of Asayama Ichiden-ryu was. And even though he was rejected, because running into someone's dojo and trying to beat up the master there is not a very respectful thing to do, even at that time. So the 8th headmaster was like, no, you're not coming into our dojo. We can't accept you, considering what you've done. But he stayed in front of the dojo for a couple of days without eating or drinking, and pleading, please, allow me to be a student, please take me as your student apprentice kind of thing. And in the end, yeah, the 8th headmaster was like, if you're that serious, okay, you can join the dojo. And of course, because the future 9th headmaster already had so much talent, he grew very rapidly. And in the end, of course, he was the best in a dojo. So the 8th headmaster, when he was about to hand down the generation to 9th headmaster, he told him that, please, you are going to be the 9th headmaster. And then the 9th headmaster, the future headmaster, he actually rejected it twice, saying that, oh, no, master, I cannot do that. I am just a formal peasant, and you were kind enough to accept me, but I cannot do something like that. I'm not worthy enough. Yeah, he rejected it once, he rejected it twice. The third time, he finally said, okay, I can't, just continue denying what you have decided, because you are my master and you are everything that I know of Budo. I can't, continue rejecting you and telling that you're wrong. Yeah. If you really want me to do the headmaster, then I will do it. Okay. So what he did was, he went into the family of the 8th headmaster, because he was a peasant, he didn't have a last name. In the past, only samurais were allowed to have last names and be able to be masters of Budo and such, right? So he actually became a son, a son to be able to be in the family. And he married, maybe he turned into a son, he maybe got married with the 8th headmaster's daughter. I'm not too sure how that happened. That part is a bit difficult, I'm not too sure. But anyways, he became the same last name as the master, which happens a lot, by the way. Yeah, which happened a lot in the past, but that's what he did. And because the 9th headmaster was so grateful, and he was like, I have to do everything to give back to the great honor that the 8th headmaster has given me, he worked really, really hard, and he achieved the 7,000 students. Yeah, and if I go more into detail, I can talk a little bit more about what he actually did, what kind of techniques he created or training methods he created that made Asayama Ichiden-ryu so popular. I could go into that, but I don't have enough time. But anyways, to make a long story short, this is exactly what motivates me. Do you guys get what I mean? The fact that the 9th headmaster was so grateful for what that 8th headmaster has done for him, and he tries to give everything back, and he actually creates the golden age of Asayama Ichiden-ryu that has not been changed throughout the history until now, right? Yeah. So that's exactly the same feeling I have for Seki Sensei. The only thing that I can give back to all of his teachings, all of his kindness, all of his efforts, all of his sacrifices, to preserve Budo and to teach us Budo, the thing that I can do, the least I can do, is to revive the golden age of Asayama Ichiden-ryu. And if I don't achieve that, I will never feel that I was finally able to give back enough. Yeah. So even after we achieve that, we'll never be able to give back enough to Seki Sensei. But that's like the least I can do, I feel. And that's the reason why I'm so serious about the 7,000 members. And that's the reason why I'm so serious about the 100 members, first of all, to start with, for the Kyoto Dojo too. And again, like I talked to you guys before, once we achieve the 100 members, I'm hoping to open a small Shuriken Dojo. Once we achieve 20 members in the Kyoto Dojo, I'm hoping to open new branches in different cities in Japan, where Asayama Ichiden has not been able to have access to yet. Yeah. So I have all these things in mind, but the reason why is because I want to try to express my appreciation, my gratitude, and my love toward Ichiden-ryu and also to Seki Sensei. And I just can't get rid of the image of all the happy smiles and faces of the Ichiden-ryu members, all cheering and drinking maybe, or singing or dancing or whatever it is, us together celebrating the 7,000 members that we were able to achieve and revive the golden age of Asayama Ichiden-ryu during our beloved Seki Sensei's generation, right? So that's why I'm so serious about this goal, okay? All right then guys, thank you so much. Please wish me luck for tomorrow's seminar. I'm really going to be enjoying it a lot. And the day after that, and also 2 days after that too, there's going to be my very first Hono Enbu dedication performances at Shimogamo Shrine and also Shiramine Jingu Shrine. I already have my fellow cameraman who's going to be coming to record everything for us. So I'll definitely be able to share a lot of pictures and videos with you guys. I hope you can look forward to that too. Okay. All right, then guys, thank you so much for listening to today's podcast too. I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye. See you. Talk to you.